Most people assume if you don't post on social media, you're either boring or insecure. The truth usually means the opposite. There's a psychological pattern behind people who watch everything but share nothing. And it's actually kind of fascinating. If you're someone who scrolls daily but your last post was months ago, or if you've ever typed something out, then immediately deleted it, this is for you. We're breaking down 6 psychological reasons people go silent online. And some of these might hit a little too close to home. Let's start with the most common one. You genuinely prefer watching over performing. This isn't about shyness. It's about how you process the world. Some people think out loud. They need external feedback to form opinions. But if you don't post, you might be someone who processes internally first. You observe patterns. You notice things. You form complete thoughts before you share them, if you share them at all. Psychologists link this to something called low self-monitoring. You're less concerned with managing how others see you in real time. Picture this. Your friends are all posting their opinions about some trending topic. You read everything. You notice who's copying who. You see the performative outrage. And you think, I'd rather just understand this than perform my understanding of it. But here's what most people miss. This doesn't make you passive. It often makes you more discerning. You're not reacting. You're deciding. Here's another big one. You're hyper-aware that the internet is forever. Most people post in the moment. They share what they feel right now. But you're thinking about future you. The you from next year who might cringe. The you who might change your mind. The you who doesn't want a random post from 2024 taunting you in 2030. This is called high future self-continuity. You feel connected to your future self in a way that changes your present behavior. Imagine you write a passionate post about something you believe right now, but then you pause. You think, what if I'm wrong? What if I learn something new next month? What if this defines me in a way I don't want? So you delete it. Not because you don't have opinions, but because you respect that opinions can evolve. And the surprising part is, this trait often shows up in other areas of your life. You probably think twice before getting tattoos. You might avoid making big public declarations. You leave room for growth. This one's interesting. You feel like posting makes you less authentic, not more. There's this weird thing that happens when you try to share your life online. The moment you frame it for an audience, it stops feeling real. You start choosing moments based on how they'll look, not how they felt. You start living for the story instead of the experience. And if you're someone who values authenticity deeply, this feels gross. So you opt out. You'd rather have a real moment that no one sees than a performed moment that everyone likes. Think about the last time something genuinely meaningful happened to you. Maybe a quiet conversation. Maybe a personal realization. Did you feel the urge to post it? Or did posting it feel like it would cheapen the experience? That tension right there is what keeps a lot of people silent. This is where it flips. People assume you don't post because you have nothing interesting happening. Often, it's the opposite. Your life feels too real to turn into content. Let's talk about something darker. You've seen what social media does to people. You watch your friends spiral into comparison. You see people crafting perfect lives that don't exist. You notice the anxiety spike when posts don't perform well. And you made a choice. You opted out of the game because you saw the rules were rigged. This isn't avoidance. This is boundary setting. Research suggests people who limit their social media presence often report lower anxiety around social comparison. You're not hiding. You're protecting your mental space. Here's a real scenario. Someone you know posts constantly. Perfect vacations, perfect relationship, perfect everything. But you know them in real life. You know it's a highlight reel. You know they're struggling. And watching that performance exhausts you, so you pull back. You stop participating in the Performance Olympics. If you felt this, listen to this next part. This doesn't make you judgmental, it makes you aware. And that awareness is actually healthy. Here's one people don't talk about enough. You might just be secure enough that you don't need external validation. Posting is often about confirmation. Did people like it? Did they agree? Did they see me? But if you're someone who has a strong internal sense of self, you don't need that feedback loop. You know who you are without the comments. You know your life has value without the likes. This correlates with something called secure attachment style. You're comfortable existing without constant external reassurance. Imagine someone asks why you never post. You shrug and say, "I just don't really think about it." They assume you're being humble or evasive, but the truth is simpler. You're just not looking for that type of validation. Your sense of self doesn't depend on it. And the surprising part is, this often intimidates people. Quiet confidence reads as mystery, and mystery makes people uncomfortable. Last one. You've done the math and posting just isn't worth it. Every post requires energy. Crafting it, posting it, checking it, responding to comments, managing misunderstandings, dealing with performative interactions. You've calculated the return on investment and decided your energy is better spent elsewhere. This is called cognitive resource management. You're allocating your mental energy intentionally, and social media just doesn't make the cut. Picture this. You think about posting something. Then you think about explaining yourself in the comments. Dealing with that one person who always misinterprets. The notifications. The mental real estate it takes up for the next 6 hours. And you think, I could read a book instead. So you do. But here's what most people miss. This isn't laziness, it's priorities. You're not disengaged from life. You're just engaged with different parts of it. So what does all this mean? If you don't post on social media, it doesn't mean one single thing. You're not broken. You're not missing out. You're just wired differently. Or you've made a conscious choice, or both. Here's what can help. First, stop justifying it. If people ask why you don't post, you don't owe them an essay. "I just prefer it this way" is a complete sentence. Second, check in with yourself occasionally. Make sure you're not posting because of genuine preference, not unprocessed fear. There's a difference between choosing silence and hiding. One feels peaceful. The other feels heavy. The people who don't post aren't the outliers anymore. They're quietly becoming the majority. They're just not announcing it because, well, they don't post. So to recap, not posting can mean you're an internal processor. You think long-term. You value authenticity over performance. You've seen the comparison trap and opted out. You're secure in yourself, or you're just spending your energy elsewhere. What's your reason? Drop it in the comments. And if this made you feel seen, send it to that one friend who hasn't posted since 2023. They'll get it.